Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Alt Tab podcast. My name is Jacob Cross.
Hello.
This is episode 7. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. I do appreciate it. And if you're a new listener, don't forget to, if you're watching on YouTube, to like the video. Also comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that way you can see and hear whenever we go live next with our next video, which is weekly, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you're on Spotify or Google Podcast, don't forget to also hit a 5-star review. Also, just follow, like the podcast as well.
Damn, you killed it. You sound like you're reading off a script.
Cleaning my damn glasses. I can't see shit right now.
Clean your glasses more next time. Every time you do an intro, just keep cleaning your glasses. That was clean. And also, there's been some confusion with when we ask for criticism. We just mean like what we can do better, or just like what you'd like to see maybe on the podcast, maybe some things that we should work on,
or what you don't like to see as well.
Exactly. So it can be anything, like anything, as long as you're not, being
you're not being rude to us, like any there's good criticism and there's just being just straight up rude.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. So last episode was a cross-centric episode.
Oh yeah,
Jacob put it.
To be honest, I kind of liked it that way because I felt like whenever I have a lot of topics like lined up, I feel like I'm very robotic when it comes to going to the next like and then we go to this one. But it's like I felt like last episode I was definitely more I guess like free with it.
Fluid.
I was more chillaxed, and I felt like I was just adding to the conversation. Exactly. And I thought it was pretty cool. I have topics today, so if there's anything that happens,
I have like one I want to really talk about, but we can save that for later.
Okay.
So that
gotta clean my glasses, otherwise I can't see my topic, dude. I need to get like a rag.
Are you cleaning it with your shirt? Yeah, that's no. Just get like a little micro.
Yeah, but it's like it's a clean shirt. I just put it on. I took a shower today.
Shirts don't help. They have like they have threads and fiber.
Yeah, and then it just gets everything. Yeah. So you said that you have one big thing you want to talk about today?
Yeah, and then I have a couple other things, but I'll cover that as we go. You can kick us off this time.
To be honest, I didn't actually have this as a topic, but I was actually scrolling through Reddit right now.
Oh.
And it reminded me. So I don't know if you saw it, but Henry Cavill, James Gunn. So backtrack some. James Gunn is now a co-CEO of DC films. Right. So now, like, because before when it was Zack Snyder's, it was DCEU. Now it's DCU. And they want to make sure that they go through and they split off from Zack Snyder's universe. So they're trying to make their own MCU, but DC. Right?
Okay.
So at first, before James Gunn and all of them were announced as co-CEOs, and I think the other guy's like Peter Safran, but I don't know his name exactly. They went through Warner Brothers Studios, said that Henry Cavill was going to come back as Superman. Everyone was excited for it, right? Everyone's excited for it because everyone loves him as Superman. Well, James Gunn gets hired as co-CEO with Peter Safran, and yesterday had a meeting with Henry Cavill, basically saying that he wouldn't be Superman in their universe. Yeah, so Henry Cavill makes an announcement yesterday saying that he enjoyed his time as Superman, but he's no longer going to be Superman going forward. So a lot of people are kind of mad at that. They feel like James Gunn is dropping the ball and that like they like lied to Henry Cavill. But to be honest, like I feel like they made that announcement before James Gunn
Mm,
came, right? And it's
yeah.
like if he wants to make his own like universe, like let him, because James Gunn he's a great director, and I feel like he has a good mind to like bring them all together because he's already done the Suicide Squad, and he's already done Peacemaker, and Peacemaker season 2 is going to be coming out soon. So I don't know if you saw those. Peacemaker is the TV show on HBO Max.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen it.
It was really good, really good.
Yeah,
So I recommend you watch that one. So it's like they've already gone through and made, like he already just gone through and kind of like developed his universe, kind of. And like also too, another big thing is the next Aquaman movie with Jason Momoa. They're thinking about like that being the last of Jason Momoa, and they end up recasting or like rebooting Aquaman to be in James Gunn universe, and so that way Jason Momoa can end up playing a DC character named Lobo, which is like his dream role.
Yeah.
This is dream role. He had to play Lobo because he wanted to do that beforehand, but they ended up making him Aquaman. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's also going to be interesting to see who they bring in as Superman now, because he did say that like when it comes to their universe, Superman definitely plays a big role.
Yeah.
So I wonder who they're going to get in there.
Yeah, that's interesting. So are they just gonna recast every?
I think they're going to keep some people that have been doing very well.
Like who's it? Who's playing Flash?
Ezra Miller. Well, okay. With Ezra Miller, I don't know if you were reading all about what happened with him.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh man, there was some crazy stuff like assaults, and he ended up kidnapping some people, and then he had a cult, and then he apologized for it all. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff.
Apologize like that's gonna do anything.
So most likely he's going to get recast for sure. I think who they'll probably end up keeping is probably Shazam.
Yeah,
the Shazam guy, and then also to it's going to be interesting. There was rumors, but I think he shot it down that the rumor was that they wanted to kind of like bring Robert Pattinson's Batman into the mix, but James Gunn shot that down. So
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they go through and they just recast every single body. But
yes, it's not going to be Ben Affleck anymore as I was a Spider-Man, Batman.
Well, because Ben Affleck stopped playing Batman, because he was supposed to. So Ben Affleck was actually supposed to direct the Batman. He was supposed to direct and star in the Batman.
Okay.
And Warner Brothers didn't want that to happen, and so he stopped doing it. And then the Batman ended up becoming the one with Robert Pattinson.
Gotcha.
And that one's in the past, or like it's when he's younger, or when he's new and stuff like that. But
damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. And then also too, another thing is I don't know if you saw The Rock has been going around saying that like Black Adam is going to be a financial success. Well, Warner Brothers comes out and says that Dwayne Johnson and his team falsified a report to show that Black Adam was actually going to be profitable, but actually Black Adam is not profitable, and it wasn't a financial success. So we might not get a second Black Adam movie.
Did it not beat box office?
It did okay in the box office,
but did it not go over the budget?
I think because like there's the budget and then there's the marketing too of it. And so it never got like up to par.
Damn, I thought people would just watch that movie for cameo. But that's what I went for. I was like, damn, it's gonna be cool.
Well, yeah, the cameo was Superman. Spoilers, but now he's not even going to be playing Superman.
Yeah.
So it's like the cameo doesn't even make any sense.
DC's a hot mess, man. Holy shit.
The only stable thing that they have right now would be the Batman, if they continue with it, and if not, then Shazam. Well, that's if they continue with that.
Shazam looks good.
Yeah. Supposedly they wanted The Rock to, or Dwayne Johnson. I don't know how he wants to be called. Probably Dwayne Johnson. They wanted him to have a cameo in Shazam 2, and he
That makes sense.
He didn't want to do it.
What?
He denied it. Yeah.
Why?
So,
that makes perfect sense.
I have no idea. Because I think
Damn.
they didn't. One of the things is that he didn't want to be a villain, and Black Adam is a villain.
Yeah.
He wanted Black Adam to be more of an anti-hero, and so that's how they kind of like changed it. Because Dwayne Johnson doesn't want to be seen as a villain, probably, and so
fair.
Yeah. And so most likely, if he goes into Shazam, he's going to be a villain. Yeah. So yeah, DC is definitely a
hot mess or no?
A hot mess,
but I hope that new director will make it better. I don't know. Is the Justice League even like, are they like continuing the Justice League?
Well, basically, so what they're trying to do is with this new universe, they're trying to move away from Zack.
Oh, so they're not doing Justice
everything
League.
Zack Snyder did.
Okay.
I mean, they probably will, but it's going to be later on once they've established their heroes.
So it's a complete wipe.
Yeah, so they're basically starting over now. But yeah, so Henry Cavill is out as Superman, and then also too, when he announced that he was going to be Superman, he also announced that he was stepping down from The Witcher. So now he's no longer playing Geralt. Yeah. So the next season.
No.
So yeah, the next season he stepped down as Geralt.
No.
And then he's no longer going to play Superman. Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's brother, is going to come in to play Geralt. So yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah. So
he was a good Witcher.
Yeah, but there was a lot of things that people were saying, or there was like rumors going around that he didn't like the direction they were going because he's actually read the Witcher books, so he knows a lot about the Witcher.
He knows shit. Okay.
Yeah, but the directors and stuff like that didn't want to go that route, so he didn't have a lot of creative process in it. So,
well, yeah, I mean, he's just a fucking actor.
Well, yeah, but a lot of the times, if he knows his stuff,
well, yeah, but
yeah.
Directors are also directors.
Because supposedly, like, the way that he acts in The Witcher is not really how he acts in the books. And he wanted to act more like the books.
So he stepped down. Or it was like a mutual thing.
What it's seeming like he stepped down, but then also a lot of people are saying that, because he got Superman, he stepped down from The Witcher. And then now he's not either. So
he just stepped down from 2 major roles. God damn.
So who knows? He's British, so he can end up being the next James Bond. Because I know
I could see that.
I forgot his name. Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig has done his last James Bond, so he could be James Bond. I saw someone actually post on Twitter for Henry Cavill. It's like, now that you're not playing Superman, we have a role for you, and it's a picture of him as Arthas. It's like Wrath of the Lich King. And so I was like, nice. To be honest, I could actually see him playing Arthas, and like it goes through his whole arc from when he was a paladin leading into becoming a villain at the end of it. And I was like, that'd be pretty tight. But yeah.
See that?
Yeah. But
you should just go to MCU.
Oh, that is another thing too. Yeah. So there's rumors that like
definitely
he can play Hyperion, which is like a Superman in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, they should just do that and then give him everything that he ever wanted to be.
Well, that's exciting for DC. I mean, I guess it's another chance for them to like actually rival with MCU.
Yeah.
Because whenever I see their movies and I see like Marvel movies, I'm like, it's just, you can't really hold a candle to it.
Yeah, you can't really compare, but who knows? Maybe once
now they're rebooting everything. It's a complete wipe.
Something will go super dark.
I recently watched the Snyder's cut, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I couldn't get I couldn't get used to the aspect ratio in the beginning, and then I just try to be immersed to the 4 hours. Oh my god. But it was really good. I enjoyed it.
It's not even the bad part. It's like it's 4 hours, but it's like the first 2.5 hours is stuff that we've already seen.
I know. Yeah. And they tell you in like different parts. It's like 4 parts, right? Or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had to watch it.
Yeah, there was a lot of promise, I guess, with that movie. There could have been a lot from Zack Snyder, but I didn't like the fact that it was so dark. Like it's okay being dark,
it was
but
very
like
dark. Yeah.
it's just a little too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it was very dark. It's fine. Did you think the Multiverse of Madness was dark? Because there was a lot of gore in that movie.
There was, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was dark.
Okay.
I would definitely say it was a thriller. It was kind of like a little bit of a thriller.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was going to happen because like Wanda was just batshit crazy.
Yeah, dude, she killed fucking. Oh my
Actually,
god.
yeah, I would say it was kind of dark, but it's not as dark as DC films.
Sure. That's
know what I mean.
Yeah, there's a certain tone. It's like noir, not. Yeah, there's a certain tone to it.
Yeah, because I felt like with Zack Snyder, he went dark with the material and then dark with the camera as well.
Yeah.
But Sam Raimi in Multiverse of Madness, it was dark, but it was very colorful.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah.
Yep. No. All right. That's cool. So the new it's a mid-season update for Warzone or just Call of Duty. They added some stuff. They added a lot of stuff actually. So one of the new things they added was Building 21, which is a whole new location for DMZ.
Oh.
And that's where you can get the new gun called Chimera or something like that.
The Chimera?
The Chimera. It's an AR. I don't know how it plays. Everyone's been using it.
So you can only get it in DMZ?
No, so you can do it in regular BR, and you have to get 2 operator kills in 15 separate matches. So you just gotta play.
Oh,
you just gotta play Warzone, and you'll unlock it eventually. Or you gotta go to Building 21, which like it's very like obscure. They don't tell you how to get to Building 21. It's just kind of there, and no one has really figured it out yet. So it's kind of a bummer. I want to see Building 21 because it's like a separate landing zone. It's not in El Mazrah. So yeah, but whatever. And then there's a new game mode, World Cup game mode. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, is it the Rocket League one?
It's the Rocket League one with ATVs. Haven't played it. I don't really care for it.
Yeah, I don't like Rocket League, so I don't really care for Rocket League, but yeah.
There's been complaints that like they should have put their efforts into fixing the Warzone bug instead of releasing a game mode that no one really cares about.
I
feel like I think it's fine.
The way that the movement is, like with their ATVs,
it doesn't work.
Like it doesn't work.
No,
yeah,
it doesn't work. But it's a mock-up game. Celebrates World Cup, I guess. Yeah, it was I guess it's an all right mid-season update. I think the thing I'm most excited for is double XP. And
double XP for sure. Yeah,
I got used to Shoot House. I actually played a lot just now, and it's fun. I just go around and it's just crazy. Like it's just chaos. And
Shoot House or Shipment?
Sorry, Shipment.
Okay.
Yeah, Shipment, where it's like 14 different kill streaks at once.
Yeah. They just added that with the mid-season update.
But it's great, dude. I was on stream and I played for like 2 hours and I maxed out like 4 or 5 guns.
Damn.
And yeah, you play a match, you drop like 40, 50, and it levels you up like 9 times. So
That's pretty good. I
That's
need to get
solid.
the
I'm gonna get back on
pistols.
later and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Warzone. That's Call of Duty.
Yeah, I thought they would have added a lot more. There wasn't any other maps that they added. It was just shipment.
It's just, I mean, there's shipment, and then I don't know if they add anything in multiplayer playlist. I haven't looked there, but they also added mini royale. I think. I don't.
Oh yeah, yeah, in Warzone, right?
Yeah. So
okay,
that might be something to look out for.
that's pretty cool. And there was only just the one gun that they added. They didn't add like a second gun at all.
Nope.
No.
If they did, I don't know. There was a big patch note, and
gotcha.
yeah, there was the content part, and then there was like whole 2 pages of just fixed. So they did fix a lot of bugs. Yeah.
Definitely gonna have to update my shaders for sure.
Oh, you haven't updated, huh? Oh, you updated, but you didn't
Updated my
done
game.
shaders. Sure.
I haven't done shaders.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
With Warzone, I know. Yeah, they still got a long ways to go when it comes to their updates on that game.
Yeah.
And there was one thing that I know that people are asking for, and it's to be able to sprint while plating. And it's funny too, because I even said this on stream that like they're not going to add it, or if they do, like it's going to change the way they're making these changes from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2 because they want the game to play a certain way.
Yeah.
Right. And like to me, it always felt like when it comes to the plating system, it's like you have to choose: do you want to plate or do you want to fight? And it's like before you get shot, you lose 3 plates, you fucking take off running, sprinting, plating, and you turn back around and fire them, right?
Yeah.
But it's like now it's like it's split second decision, and they ended up saying basically that they spoke to a bunch of creators, and the creators brought that up, and they said that they didn't want to change it, that they don't see it in the future of Warzone 2, so they most likely won't ever add it in. But yeah, they're like, we want it to play a certain way, and sprinting while plating is not the way to go. But they did supposedly update it to where now you can plate up and go through a door, like bang through a door as you're like walking through.
Yeah.
They added that in, but yeah, so
yeah,
looks like they're listening a little bit, but they're not like fully giving in. And then also too, I don't know if it's true, but I think I saw some notes or some tweets where now in Warzone there is 5 strongholds on the map now. So now it's more chance for you to get your loadout. And then supposedly some buy stations are gone. So I don't know. I don't know about the buy stations, but I know about the strongholds. Strongholds now there's 5 that are on the map.
Are the buy stations like, are they RNG every time you drop in? Or are they all in the same spot? Because I know it was RNG on the first one.
I think what's inside of it is RNG, to be honest.
Like when the buy is just at that same location every game?
I think it's usually in the same location, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, there's not that many, unless it is RNG. Maybe it is, because there is sometimes to where there isn't. No, it's not. It's set, because I know the hydroelectric plant or hydroelectric town or whatever it's called. It has 3 of them in that town. I don't know if you knew that. And it's like in a triangle, so they're all like right next to each other. I was like, what the hell?
That's interesting.
But yeah, I was like, it's right in the middle of that town. Yeah, okay. There's 3 of them, and I was like, that's weird. But yeah, I know it's still crazy to get used to, but the whole 1 UAV inside of them, and sometimes there's not even a UAV to begin with. So
yeah, when someone buys it, it's not there.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't play the game enough to like talk about the gripes. I like it when I play it. I think that's
I guess what's different between us and the big streamers is the fact that they are like constantly playing it, and they have to play it for their living. And it's like, this is my job and they need to make it better. And it's like, well, that's not how it works, Chief.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't make the game with you in mind. They made it with everybody.
Yeah. I hope they're able to keep the content steady. while not having the delay of fixing bugs or having them go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a big struggle with devs. They can never balance it. They can never balance the amount of bugs that they have to fix versus the content they have to release every or whatever their calendar looks like.
Well, what's good is the fact that it's there for 2 years. So
yeah, I hope that 2 years is good though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just oh, it's just here for 2 years. We're not going to do much. You know.
No, you're entirely right.
But I don't know. So far, so good. The funny thing is going into Call of Duty, I enjoyed Warzone more than multiplayer, and now I'm enjoying multiplayer more than Warzone. So,
I think we just had to get used to it. You know, you just had to like,
after
a while, you know what I mean. It just it gets to you. It's like, you know what, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, that too, and I just want to unlock every gun. I think that's what's keeping me going. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't play.
Makes sense.
You know, I need something to grind for.
It'd be tough to do it. Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't have a reason to play multiplayer if I don't have any guns to unlock. I guess camos would be the next thing, but I don't really care for camos.
Yeah. I'm just going to try to level up every gun I can. I got to do those pistols first.
Dude, they level up really fast. So
good.
There's a good chance you can level up most guns besides maybe like rockets and some LMGs.
Mm-hmm.
Good, man.
I know they nerfed the riot shield, so it doesn't. It's not as good as it was before. I mean, it's probably still good, but
what do you like? As like damage?
Yeah, I think now it takes a couple more hits with the riot shield. I think you hit them like 3 times now before they die.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of 2 times or something. But yeah, it's interesting to see what Call of Duty will keep doing over the next couple months. I'm interested to see what they do with season 2, especially with like the map and stuff, and also too with DMZ. I feel like they need to be a little bit more quick when it comes to DMZ.
Yeah, they need to put more stuff in there. Like building 21 is there, but not accessible. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, because I mean, they have it as a beta, so if it's a beta, they need to be shelling out fucking updates in that thing. And, like people are gonna get mad because like, why is DMZ getting updates and not Warzone? Well, it's like because Warzone's complete basically. They just gotta fix the bugs and things like that. But DMZ has the beta attachment to it, so yeah.
I do hope DMZ gets better because I feel like it's a game mode that it could be good, but there's no reason to play it other than extracting the M13, which is pretty sad.
And it's pretty easy to get the M13 now. Exactly. If you have a friend that already has it, they can just drop it for you. You can just exfil.
They just need more. They need more of a reason for players to be attached to it.
It needs to be like fully separate. It needs to be more hardcore, like Escape from Tarkov kind of. And yeah.
If they do that right, they're satisfying most of their player base.
Yeah,
that's covering a lot of base, like hardcore. Like you buy Call of Duty, and there's just like you have hardcore if you want to play hardcore. There's multiplayer for like casuals, and then I don't know, Warzone. Yeah, friends or just solo. But it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet.
But we're only 2 months and a half removed from it.
I'm not going to complain until 1 year hits.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in a year. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Talk to us again once that happens.
Yeah. Revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you got?
Oh, shit. I got some things. Yeah. I do have some things. So Epic Games. I don't know if you know them or heard of Epic Games at all.
Never.
Or if anyone listening, if you guys never heard of Epic Games. They're this small company that made like an indie game called Fortnite.
How does it do pretty well?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think there's some people that play it. They have a holiday holiday sale going on right now on their Epic Game Store. So you can buy some games. I know Cyberpunk is 50% off. So it's $30 right now.
Not bad.
I know that they had some really good updates as of late.
Okay.
And yeah, like other games that if you wanted to try them out, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, you can get it for $45 right now. God of War, it's normally $50, but right now you can get it for $30.
Not bad.
Let's see, and then also two. Supposedly, there's a special holiday coupon to get an additional 25% off. Off of transactions $15 or more. So if you're looking at wanting to get maybe Red Dead Redemption 2, currently right now is $20, and so you can use that coupon to get 25% off. So there's that, and then also Epic Games gives away a free game every week, and then when it comes to the holiday season, they add on top of that. So now instead of like normally 2 games, it's like 3 games. So today, and it's every day, so you gotta get the game while it's there. So obviously this is late right now, so maybe I shouldn't talk about it. But Bloons TD6 is free. So hopefully, if you guys are listening to this is a week late. So hopefully you guys got some games.
Yeah.
But yeah, holiday sale going on, so make sure to get that before it's done. It's now until the 5th of January. But also with Epic Games. Oh, actually, no, I didn't have anything else with Epic Games. Yeah, I didn't have anything with Epic Games. I need to actually take away some of these little things I talked about because I keep forgetting that this is going up a week later. So some of the stuff is kind of irrelevant to talk about.
That's fine.
Nah. But yeah, so today for you, I guess, talking to you, Bloons TD6. I don't know if you have it. You and Rebecca can download it. And y'all can play together.
Good old tower defense.
Yeah, I mean it's a good one. I know a lot of people play Bloons TD6. I have it on Steam, so I don't know if I'm gonna request it on Epic Games, but yeah, there was that. Also, this week, I think it's releasing this week. I don't really know because I don't really care much for it. But Avatar: Way of the Water. Oh yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Avatar: Way of the Water comes out tomorrow, the 16th. The movie's 3 hours and 12 minutes long. It currently has 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, 80%. It's certified fresh, but yeah, I honestly I could care less when it comes to Avatar. Maybe it's because when I saw it, I never actually fully watched the first Avatar. So when it first came out, I'm pretty sure if I would have sat in a movie theater and watched it with 3D, I would have been blown away and I would have been hooked like everybody else. But I watched it or tried to watch it on DVD after it came out, after I was a little bit older, and I realized that this movie fucking sucked. I didn't like it. I could have cared less about it. A lot of people are going to say that it's not true, but it's mainly just Pocahontas with blue aliens. Because like you can literally take the script for Pocahontas and the script for Avatar and just take the names from Avatar and put it on Pocahontas, and it's practically the exact same thing. but yeah, Way of the Water, I mean, visually it looks stunning, but I don't want to sit there for 3 hours just because it's visually stunning. And also, too, they're going to be underwater, so it's going to be nothing but blue. You know what I mean? Like it's just
true.
turquoise hitting your eyes.
That's kind of the
entire time.
Yeah, kind of the whole movie. We'll go watch it tomorrow. This is probably like the first movie that I'm gonna go watch that how do I word it? That I'm not like personally excited for. Like I'm excited for the movie, but I'm not like I'll be fine if I didn't go see it. But my parents really like Avatar, and they watched it. I watched it with them when it first came out, and it was great. I enjoyed it, but man, 10 years in the making, you kind of like lose interest somewhere along the line. So I don't even remember what the first movie is, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it before tomorrow. But I probably won't. Yeah.
Just watch Pocahontas.
Yeah.
No.
I know it's gonna be good. Just the baseline, I know it's gonna be good. I know it's not gonna be a flop.
Yeah,
But,
no, for sure. It's gonna break box office records.
Yeah, of course. But we'll see what the 10 years,
Yeah.
What the 10 years have to speak for.
It's going to look phenomenal.
Yeah. It already has great reviews, like from critics. Google
80% is not that bad.
Better than most. A lot of movies come out nowadays, or they don't get past. They don't get past the halfway mark.
That's true.
There's also haven't been a lot of good movies lately.
Man, you know what I think I'm going to do next time we do this? We're going to play a game next week. I'm going to try to find something when it comes to like IMDb and like Rotten Tomatoes, and we're gonna guess, and we're gonna see what's higher or lower. Because Top Gun Maverick, if you had to guess, let's see, Top Gun Maverick. Let me get that Rotten Tomato score. Find it.
Top Gun Maverick.
And then Top Gun Maverick Rotten Tomato score versus Avatar, the first one. Tomatoes. Let's see. Because I've already said the second one, right? Second one has 80%.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you had to guess between Top Gun Maverick and Avatar, which one do you think has the higher rating? So Top Gun Maverick was the movie that just came out.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
I mean, it's got probably Avatar.
Okay.
That's gotta be Avatar. There's no way Top Gun Maverick broke Avatar.
Why is it not letting me view? Okay, real. Avatar 2009. Okay, so you said Avatar has more than Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah.
Okay. Avatar only had an 82%.
What?
On Rotten Tomatoes. Yes. So 82% from Rotten Tomatoes, and also audience score. Audience only 82% of them liked Avatar. Okay. Top Gun Maverick.
Is that the same as the one that just came out?
What, for Avatar?
Yeah, is it a little bit
Avatar
higher?
Way of the Water is at 80%. So the first one's 2% higher so far. So Top Gun Maverick, 99% audience rating. 99% of the audience love this movie. And it is certified fresh with a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
But yeah, but then again, I have yet to see Top Gun Maverick. I wanted to see it, but I know based off the first Top Gun, this one blew it out of the water. I think the first Top Gun is a cult classic, but it's like a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. And so it's like critics didn't like the first one, but the second one, they fucking loved it. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to Way of the Water, again, like I don't think a lot of people like tend to, like when it comes to Avatar and like, the big blockbuster movies, I don't think a lot of people tend to care what the critics say because they want to go see it for themselves, right?
Yeah, I usually don't care what the critics say.
Yeah, I know there's sometimes, like if I'm very iffy on a movie and the critics are like, meh, I'm like, they're right. But if I watch the trailer, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good, I'm gonna go watch it. I was like, those critics are dumb.
Well, the critics are literally dissecting everything.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
Like I feel like they don't enjoy movies. Like they see it. We just see it as entertainment. They see it as like an art form. And
it's their job to like dissect it.
So that it's like, I'm fucking stupid. Like whatever they talk about, I'm not gonna understand. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
I usually don't. I look at audience reviews. I think that tells a lot more than critic reviews. Critics are just they're different species. Like
Oh yeah, for sure. Because a lot of the times you'll see it. It's like 34% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
exactly. It's rotten, but it's like 96% audience score.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, Avatar comes out this weekend, so it's going to break a lot of records.
I think there's also one. There's an early premiere.
The Thursday releases. Yeah. I forgot about this. But so
it's gonna be. I mean, it's probably gonna be busier tomorrow because of Friday than today. I don't know. Thursday's a bit weird, but
I wonder if I were to check my local theater to see how packed
I mean, they're probably all sold out. Like I bought those tickets for my parents a week earlier, and 90% of the seats were gone. So, well, I barely got tickets.
Yeah.
That's what it was for like Wakanda, like, or not Wakanda, sorry, Black Panther. Black Panther was like that. All the seats were just, yeah,
pretty packed. We actually got lucky. When did we watch it? And, I forgot when we watched it.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
What were you saying? No, sorry.
I'm just saying, like, I could see like there was a very specific demographic within the theater, and it makes sense why it was so packed. Like people that you wouldn't usually go see that movie probably went to go see it for just like the culture. And
for like Black Panther.
It's a very culture heavy movie.
For sure.
So it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Black Panther, I enjoyed the movie too. The theater that we saw it in, so it was like a regular theater, and so this is at a Regal. When we walked in, like the sides of the wall on both sides were like silver, and we're like, it wasn't like the normal pattern like the other theaters that we went to at that place, and we're like, what the hell? And you're like watching it, and basically the movie, so there's certain scenes in the movie where it's a wide view, and so the sides become part of the movie. Whoa. And so I'll be sitting there watching it, and there was the scene, spoilers if you haven't seen Wakanda Forever, so if you haven't seen Wakanda Forever, you got your spoiler warning here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The scene where it says funeral, right? And they're all standing there in the robes, and it's like I got to see the entire thing, and so it's like it was cool because you sit like this and you see the people, like people in the gowns and like in the scene, not just like Angela Bassett and Letitia Wright and like Okoye. Like you don't just see them, you see all the other people that were there in this scene too. And it's like got to see it for that. And then when it was very immersive. And then also too, whenever they attacked Wakanda, and there was that whole scene where stuff was just going down when they're like
like flooding and stuff.
I could see everything was just going on like on the sides as well.
Dude,
and so I was able to see a whole bunch of the movie that not a lot of people got to see. So it was pretty tight. So if you ever get to go to watch, I think it's Screen X, I believe, or at a Regal theater, I would definitely
go for it.
I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, for sure.
It stopped showing. Is it still showing?
Wakanda Forever? Yeah.
Okay.
It's still showing. At least in my theater.
It should still be showing, especially if it's like Blockbuster.
And I know that movie, the Mean One, came out. Have you seen that trailer for it? So the Mean One is the Grinch, and it's a horror movie.
What?
And he's like going around killing people. Yeah, you should watch the trailer once we get off. But yeah, so it's like I saw the trailer, and he's going around killing people. He's the mean one. And then it's just funny because like in the movie it doesn't seem to be like, it's a scary film, yes, but like it also doesn't seem to be super scary because he's kind of acting like Jim Carrey's the Grinch.
Oh, interesting.
And so and so it kind of just looks like a comedy horror film, but yeah.
So is it like gore slasher?
Yeah. And so the person that played the Terrifier, the actor that played the Terrifier, is playing the mean one.
Oh.
So it's the same guy that like
that movie was so fucked. Oh my god.
But yeah, so that movie is out as well. And then there was one movie that comes out next week that literally like I'm not paying attention to movies anymore because I'm not in the movie theater business like I was before when I was younger, but
sure.
Puss in Boots. I don't know if you ever seen those movies.
Yep.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish comes out next week, and it's like I never heard anything about that movie.
I've seen a lot of shows on it.
Yeah, now I have, but it's like before I was like, they're making this film. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Puss in Boots. He was one of my favorite.
Oh, that's great.
Additions in Shrek 2.
Didn't even know he was from Shrek because I watched Puss in Boots first, I think.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he's from Shrek.
Yeah, he shows up in Shrek 2.
Yeah.
He's the assassin. He's supposed to kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny.
He can't. And, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of horror Christmas coming out. Was it Violet Night? That came out.
Oh yeah,
a few weeks ago.
It's on Netflix too, right?
Is it on Netflix? There's no way that's on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix? I thought I saw it on Netflix.
That's like theaters now. I don't know if that's on Netflix. Maybe your Netflix.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't even know if this thing is out for rent.
No, I think it was just theaters.
It's still in theaters. But that one also looks pretty good. That's just the snob film.
Is he killing people?
Yeah, it's an aspect of murdering. It's supposed to be like a killer Santa or something.
And it's weird that it's David Harbour doing
it. Yeah. Yeah, I kept seeing it in the movie poster every time I walked out of the theater. Lots of movies.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was on Netflix. I don't know why I thought it was on Netflix. I thought I saw it on there.
It's probably similar versions of that. It's not a very original premise.
Okay. Well then. Yeah, that's interesting to see. It's crazy to see how when it usually comes to like holiday movies. Usually you don't see those.
Yeah, there's a lot though.
Yeah. I guess with horror films, they're becoming a lot more prevalent in culture, in the pop culture.
Yeah.
And so now they're just coming out
whatever.
Yeah, all times of the year, I guess.
Yeah.
Not just set for October anymore.
I remember they released Krampus as a Christmas horror movie, and it was shit. I was so disappointed.
They made a second one too, I think. They made a sequel to it.
God. Fuck me. I've never been so excited for a horror movie, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, this movie is a hot mess. They made a sequel, bro?
Maybe not. Maybe it was just another
Krampus the Devil Returns.
Oh, well, there you go. I don't know if that was a sequel to
oh yeah, maybe not.
Krampus that came out in 2015.
So many Krampus movies. Holy shit.
Yeah. Have you ever tried? So I don't know if in Canada they have it, but there's the Sci-Fi Channel, like on cable and stuff like that. Have you ever like watched anything? Do you guys have the Sci-Fi Channel?
We don't have cable.
Oh, okay, so there's this thing called Sci-Fi, which usually shows a lot of B-list movies, and there's this movie company called The Asylum.
Movie company is called The Asylum.
So yeah, so it's like they're like The Asylum Films. So they usually make films. They're an independent film company, and they distribute their own films. And usually it's a very low budget.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
And usually with that it's low budget, and they usually straight to DVD or straight to home video, things like that.
DVD.
But yeah, straight to DVD. Or Blu-ray, I guess nowadays is what DVD isn't the big thing anymore now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, one of the biggest movies that they ever came out with was Sharknado.
Oh my god!
Did you ever hear about that movie?
Yeah,
yeah. Sharknado was an Asylum film.
God,
it was a B-list movie, and they
probably made a lot of money off of that.
I think, because it spawned 5 movies.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I think the last Sharknado movie they made was back in 2018. It was called The Last Sharknado, It's About Time. And in this movie, they have to use time travel to stop Sharknadoes from ever happening in history.
Oh my god. The snob film, bro.
Now that is the premise, right? Now this is Sci-Fi Channel. This is the Asylum, and so like the the CGI is not great at all, and it's
Of
always
course
so
not.
funny. Like I used to love watching these horror films because it was so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny watching it, and I've been watching the zombie movies and stuff like that, and I was like, "No, like why did you die, you dummy?" But yeah, if you ever get a chance
Oh man.
to watch the Asylum horror
Yeah.
films, you would appreciate
Low
other
budget
horror
horror
films.
movies are great.
It's so good,
Damn.
and yeah. They actually made a television series too, on Sci-Fi called Z Nation. It's actually on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so that one's actually the
I heard that was
Asylum.
good.
Yeah, I started watching it. That one was actually pretty good. Like that's the
Damn.
only thing that they made that was good to me.
They're indie. They're doing pretty good for an indie company.
Yeah, I mean they've been making movies since 1999.
Oh my god.
So their first feature film was called Belly Fruit in '99.
Jesus. Oh my god.
But
That's funny. I didn't know that was from Sharknado.
uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy because yeah, so a lot of the stuff that they make, the Asylum, they will take a movie that was very popular and then make a horror film of it that like takes that premise and puts it somewhere else. Like I don't know if you ever heard of Snakes on a Plane with Samuel L. Jackson. I love that movie growing up. So quick premise of Snakes on a Plane. He's like an agent and he has to get a witness that is going to testify against like mafia, basically. Get them or the Yakuza, I think. He has to get him on a plane and fly him from one country to the next so that way he can go on trial and
Yeah.
testify.
Sure.
Well, he's flying away and the Yakuza puts snakes, very poisonous snakes, on the plane. And so yeah, the entire movie is Samuel L. Jackson saving other people while they're trying to not get bit by these snakes, while also trying to get this guy to the United States so that way he can testify against the mafia boss or whatever. And yeah, so the Asylum ends up making one called Snakes on a Train.
Oh my god.
It's just funny. It's funny. I'm looking at all these different names and they're just basically names based off of
just a mock
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty funny. So if you ever get a chance,
Yeah.
if you want a good laugh.
Yeah, might have to.
A good laugh. With that there, so I don't know if you heard of the game called High on Life.
No.
Seen that yet?
No.
So it's on Game Pass. So it's a game that just came out.
Okay.
And everyone's been playing it. Okay, maybe not everyone. A lot of people have been playing it, and it's super funny. It's a very funny game. So it's like the voice actors of Rick and Morty voice act in this game too.
Nice.
And so it's like you have this gun that when you shoot, it talks to you. There's a face on it. And it's like a bunch of like goo monsters and stuff like that. And he's like, you need to go ahead and you need to use me to shoot them and things like that. And like
nice.
someone pauses the game and is like, what the hell? Why did you pause the game? He's like, that's not gonna work, you idiot. And he's like little things like that.
Yeah.
And supposedly you go into a house and there's an entire movie that plays.
What?
It's a movie that has Paul Walker in it. It's a very old movie, but you can watch it on TV, like in the game. And that's on there. There's a bunch of different Easter eggs. I think there's one for like Breaking Bad. There's another one that has like a binary code in it, and it's supposed to be an Easter egg as well. And then also there's like an Applebee's restaurant that you can find in there, but it says Space Applebee's. And it's like literally has the Applebee's logo. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in the game. And I downloaded it, so I'm gonna try to play it soon. But
so
it's on Game Pass.
Game.
Yeah, it's a single player story game.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it's very colorful.
Yeah, I could imagine. Damn.
Very colorful.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, so it says humanity is being threatened by an alien cartel who wants to use them as drugs. So, so yeah, that's what ends up happening. So you have to go save the world with
That's fitting for the voice actors.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so there was that. Oh, so not only was it like the voice actors, but also too, it was from the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Oh wow.
They made that game. But yeah,
That's
so I'm
dope.
interested in seeing that. I do have some other things to talk about. I don't know if you wanted to interject with anything.
I
'Cause,
guess
I mean,
what's it? Diablo 4 pre-order is out. It's been out. You gonna get it?
I'm not gonna pre-order it, but I'm
Okay.
probably gonna get Diablo when it comes out.
You're
I
a
am
big
definitely
fan of
going to.
Diablo.
Yeah, I had a really good time on Diablo 3 on console. That's
Yeah.
basically how I got like met my best friend pretty much because we moved into an apartment and I moved into an apartment with two guys, right? One guy was my friend from work, and then the other guy was his friend from high school.
Yeah.
Well, me and his friend became best friends.
Stole it. Stole him.
Basically, and we kicked him out because he wasn't paying rent.
And
so we ended up living together. I don't know if you ever heard me talk about Cody.
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, me and Cody became best friends. So it's like while he was working, me and Cody would hang out and we played Diablo 3 on my Xbox. And we just like because you can play on the same Xbox. And so we just played and we beat Diablo in like 2 days.
Wow.
We just burned right through it. But yeah, so I definitely have some pretty good memories when it comes to Diablo 3. Loved it. Diablo 4, I'm very excited. I keep seeing
it's gotta be good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because it's Diablo 4. You know, it's the next one, and
updated graphics.
I saw the graphics of it. Yep. And it's one thing I'm kind of worried about though is that it's going to be online. It's an online game, so you have to always be online.
Okay.
But it's definitely a grind. It is definitely a grind. If you enjoy a game that is grindy, Diablo is where it's at. And also too, not only is there that grind itself, but then they have these things called seasons where you can make a seasonal character and play throughout the season. And then once the season ends, that character is wiped and you start over again for the next season. You just try to get further and further and further.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that. You have heroic when it comes to Diablo. So it's like if your character dies, he's dead forever. And you have to start over again.
Yeah. That's fucked.
I saw that Diablo 4 has a collector's edition that actually does not include the actual game.
So it's just merch.
Yeah, so when you brought up Diablo 4, I thought you were going to talk about that, and if you were, I'm so sorry.
No, I just Diablo 4 is on my notes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this here it's a collector's box that you can pre-order, and it's $100, but it doesn't have the game inside of it. So it comes with a 2-sided electric candle of creation.
Okay.
With Lilith on one side and this person named Inerus on the other. You also get a Diablo 4 themed occult mouse pad. Which
cool.
From the picture, it's not a big one. So it's like one of the regular size ones. Yeah. You get a cloth map of Sanctuary, which I think is pretty tight. It's a cloth map. You get a pin of the Heradrum, which the pin that big. You get a Diablo 4 collector's edition art book. So it's like you get the book, the art book, but you don't get the game. And you get 2 matte fine art prints. One of Lilith and one of Inerus and another of Hell.
That's $100, bro.
And you get this really badass box that it comes in.
Like, oh, look at that box.
Like that box. Like it looks like a portal to hell.
Dude, they gotta include the game. That's so stupid.
Yeah, so
that's usually how they sell it. That's usually how they sell collectors stuff.
Yep.
It's like
Usually it has the game inside of it.
and then you get a little extra. But now it's just the extra. Yeah, fuck that.
But yeah, see with this here, so I won't actually. Oh, I might pre-order it. I might pre-order it. I want that mount. I want that mount for World of Warcraft, so I might pre-order
So does it give it to you right away? The mount?
Yeah, it's right away. Because you have to get it off of battle.net anyway. You have to pre-order at battle.net, and so it's like it automatically goes. So I might wait until it gets closer.
Yeah, it's still like 6 months before the game comes out.
Comes out in June.
Yeah, so you have a lot of time. I might get it actually. I was thinking about it. It looks good.
Because it does look good. They were also talking about there's a battle pass. I don't know if the battle pass is in Diablo 4 or if it's in Diablo Immortal, but
they're probably gonna do a battle pass. You know, it's a easy money maker.
I'm really hoping that it's not like Immortal to where people are able to buy
tiers,
pay to win, like because in Diablo Immortal you can buy a bunch of stuff to get better gear.
Yeah,
and I really hope that it's not pay to win. So it's like if I end up pre-ordering the game, I'm just getting it for the mount. I will refund the game right away if that's the case. You know what I mean? But
do you keep the mount? Like, how does that work?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I'll probably if you
I'll probably pre-order it and then refund it after the fact. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just won't get it. I'll just wait because maybe cheat the system. No, I think I might wait. Once we get closer to, I think you can pre-order it now for a chance to get into the beta. So I might wait to see what people are saying when it comes to beta. But yeah, so there's that. And then also too, there's this guy that ended up coming back to Blizzard. His name is Chris Metzen. He used to work for Blizzard way back in the day. And then he left for like personal reasons, but now he's back. He used to be the senior vice president of story and franchise development for Blizzard. But yeah, now he's back for what the heck, man? I'm trying to like view this thing, but it's like my ad blocker is not letting me view this article. Continue without disabling. There we go. So yeah, so basically he started working for the company I think back in like 98, I think. 1994. So he was one of the original team members working on Warcraft universe when it began in 94.
Yeah.
So it's like, so yeah, he stepped away. And he actually voices Thrall. I don't know if you ever met Thrall in World of Warcraft, but he voices Thrall as well. So pretty interesting to see.
He's the orc, right?
Yeah, he's the orc. Yeah. He used to be the war chieftain for the Horde, and then he became a shaman, and he's kind of like a neutral character.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so a lot of people are excited to have him back on Blizzard's team because he brought a lot of good things when it came to like Warcraft. So pretty excited to see how that goes. Yeah. And then also with World of Warcraft, they are currently doing Race to World First for the new raid that just came out on Dragonflight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So when they first started, they were doing splits where they had to they would split up the teams, the main team into two separate raid groups. They go in, they fight, they gear up the main team, and then get them ready for Mythic. So they did that, and the World of Warcraft Razageth world first kill on Heroic has already happened.
Oh.
And so normal was already done. They've already beaten Heroic, and I think it was Team Liquid that ended up getting the first world first for Heroic. Yeah, they killed Razageth off stream. So they killed Razageth off stream, so they got world first on that. And then now I think everyone's working on the mythic run. Right,
Dang.
it's gonna be interesting to see who wins first. And I think right now, looking at the leaderboard, Team Liquid is 4 out of 8.
Wow.
So they're almost done. Took them almost 48 hours.
Holy fuck. That's crazy amount of playtime for just one raid. God damn.
I mean, they did the raid over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like all they've been doing is the exact same raid over and over and over again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And this is just the one raid that they have so far. They'll end up releasing more raids as the as seasons progress. They add more raids to the game, and yeah, so
yep, I gotta grind. I'm getting there. But a lot less late.
You're close to 60.
70.
70, sorry. I'm close to 60.
You're close to 60, 70. Wow, 60. Jesus Christ.
On my Demon Hunter, I got to 59 and a half.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what all they do with World of Warcraft. I'm very excited. I was actually looking at it today because so on my Demon Hunter, I was trying to get to 60, but I couldn't, and I finished all the Battle for Azeroth like quest lines that I wanted to do. So I used the you can speak to Chromie in Stormwind, and you can choose different timelines to go through and play different campaigns. So I chose a timeline, and what it ends up doing is every area on the map is 1 through 60 at that point, and it scales to your level.
Oh.
So I stayed on Azeroth or Eastern Kingdoms, and I just went to like older places that I went to, just so that way I can fly with my mount and level and things like that. And I don't know why I did it. I was working, so I flew from Stormwind all the way to the very top of Eastern Kingdoms, and I just watched the Griffin fly through all the different zones, and I was like, this is just so nice. Like it's just crazy to think about. Like this game has so many zones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like so many zones.
That's crazy.
And like it's not like a lot of those zones were added, in expansions. Like Eastern Kingdoms was massive when it first released. You know what I mean? Like you had all those areas on one side, and then you had Kalimdor on the other side, which had a whole bunch of areas all together. So it's like you had a shit ton of zones when the MMO first released all those years ago. And like it had me thinking about like New World, and it's like New World had a lot of places, but it had like 10. And it's like, man, like they could have done so much more with New World, and obviously they still can. Like they're just starting off, but it's like, if you're gonna copy a game, like it's okay to like tread your own path, right? Like you don't want to copy a game, like that's fine. But if you're gonna copy a game, try your best to copy World of Warcraft, because they definitely do right in certain sense. And yeah. I just feel like they just needed to make a huge ass map.
New World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then give us mounts. Let us ride a goddamn horse.
Just want content, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Did you see their roadmap for next year?
I haven't looked at anything on New World.
Yeah, they didn't give out a full roadmap. They just gave out what some of the big things, and it's like fall, summer, and it's like nothing really much that they're adding.
Well, that's what they said. They weren't gonna do too much moving forward, so that they can have timely releases.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's free to play this weekend, so hopefully they get some people that fall in love with the game.
Just make it free.
They need to. They need to make it free.
I doubt they're making. I don't think they're making great money from sales anymore.
Yeah, because like you pay once.
Off.
Yeah, I wonder like how they're doing it, because like with that game, like you pay once, and then what are we spending money on in that game?
Well, there's microtransactions.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people are actually buying that for the transmog? You know?
I don't know. There's probably, I mean, they have some numbers that they must, that
Stuff is
must
working,
work.
right? I
Yeah, or
guess.
else they would have been like, we're bankrupt. But they're also under Amazon, so.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. Like, is there advertising on that game? No, right?
Nope.
Hmm.
Maybe they're
Yeah.
being directly funded by Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah, it is Amazon Games, but yeah, it's just you're right. Like they need to make it go free, and then maybe have some sort of microtransaction battle pass or something.
That's a year old, so yeah.
Yeah.
Give us some time. I'm sure
Yeah,
it'll
that's true.
do wonders.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely, hopefully, because I really did enjoy New World when it came out. Like it was
Yeah.
really fun.
No, I enjoyed it too. I mean, I still enjoy it. I just there's nothing to do.
Mhm.
And the problem is, it's like, there's still no good enough rewards for playing in game. It's like you get to maybe soft cap on your gear score, and then yeah, you just get to max gear score, and there's just, I don't know, there's just like, it's a grind, but there's like, it's not a very rewarding grind with that game. Like the end game is
Makes sense.
very, but then again, it's a year old, whatever. I just get tired of like getting max gear and then doing the same dungeon over and over again. It's like,
Mhm.
you need content. And there's no like, they should have like, I don't know, they need like seasons, man. Like, fuck. They need to have seasons. Give people like special rewards for doing those dungeons a certain amount of times or something. I don't know. There's like nothing to work for in that game after you hit a certain amount of.
Yeah.
After you hit a certain
No.
amount, like it's like you just run dungeons until you're max gear, like, and then crafting.
And even running those dungeons are a grind too.
Yeah, and like crafting and all that stuff. It's like, ugh, fuck. I don't want to go to fucking Windsward and get the hemp for a week. I did that. I fucking did that for 2 weeks. Oh my god. I'm projecting. Great
No,
game.
I mean it's
Great
entirely
game.
true.
Great
It's
game.
entirely
Hope it gets
true.
better. That's my hopes for it. There's a lot of people that love that game wholeheartedly. People that have like an insane amount of hours. Just like
To be able to grind everything.
yeah. I mean, you can, there's stuff to do. It's just not rewarding. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like it gets very, there's a lot of monotony in that game.
Oh no, you're entirely true.
But
yeah, they just need more content.
they do.
Sure.
But that's like, that's the same thing with Destiny when it first came out. Didn't have shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're releasing steady content, and now they have their own fan base. Not as big as WoW, obviously, but yeah, it gets better.
I think WoW has like concurrent, like I think 1 million viewers, 1 million players.
Yeah, I think it just needs a good start, and then you gotta keep it steady, or else like you're really in a hole with MMOs. That's gotta be like one of the hardest games to like break into as a game company. Is doing MMORPGs, because there's a lot of MMORPGs that fail, like so many, and then they shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the list of top MMOs, you got World of Warcraft as number 1, you got Destiny as number 2, Final Fantasy 14 as number 3, old school RuneScape is at 4, and then Warframe is number 5. And then you got Roblox, you got World of Warcraft Classic, Path of Exile, Elder Scrolls Online, and then Star Citizen.
Yeah.
And it's like New World's number 15. So they definitely have a ways to work up.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the games that they're beating, and this is just based off of total players.
Sure.
Obviously, like total players is going to be a lot for a lot of those old games, but yeah.
And mind you, all those games that you just listed, they've been around for a long time. Like Warframe has been around for years. Destiny, Final Fantasy, especially rivals with
Yep.
World of Warcraft. You just it's like you're just playing the long game, you know. You just like there's sort of that peak that you want to hit after a certain amount of years, and like WoW has hit that peak a couple times with some other like you just like it's I don't know it's like a sweet spot that you want to hit.
Yeah.
It's like WoW releases an expansion, it's great, like everyone's excited for it. There's a spike of players, and then it like I'm sure it dies down at some point, but there's still like a steady stream.
Yeah. I know for this one here, it's like the expansion came out and their daily players doubled
Yeah.
from about 1 million to 2 million.
Yeah.
And yeah, most likely it'll just drop back down and 1 million players will stop playing. But yeah. It also gets to that point too, to where it's like there's no more content. But
yeah.
But yeah, it just depends on what you want to play. Like if you're just strictly a PvE player when it comes to World of Warcraft, then yeah, you're gonna lose content after a while until they make a new raid or something.
That's just inevitable with any game. You're not gonna find a game that has just insane amount of content like that you're not gonna get bored of.
Yeah, unless in World of Warcraft, if you're well rounded and you want to do PvP as well, that's again, a whole lot of content.
There's a lot of things you can do in WoW, and same goes for like Destiny. There's like endless things you can do. But New World is like, yeah, you level, do a couple dungeons, do a little bit of leveling in your profession, and
I think
that's the whole game. And their whole war is like it's fucking boring.
I think with New World, where it kind of struggles, but then also at the beginning kind of persevered, was the fact they have class lists. Like
sure. Yeah,
you're a classless like weapons sort of thing.
You can be whatever you want. You can be healer, DPS, tank, anytime, any given time. Sure.
But it's like when it comes to like World of Warcraft, you have races and you have classes, and it's like even if you get tired of your character, you can level up another character, and it feels totally different.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, so it's like there's always something to do, but yeah.
And that for New World is having different weapons. But then again, there's like, man, that's just such a small like I don't know what that is. It's just it's small content. Like they release a weapon, you play with your little gun, you play with your blunderbuss for like a day, and you're like, well,
you only have 3 abilities. It's like
exactly
you have 3 abilities.
There's not much you can do.
Let me shoot, let me dodge,
yeah.
or let me just throw a grenade, sort of thing. And it's just like,
yeah,
there's not really much there when it comes to it.
I think with that game, they need to release guns, or not guns, sorry. They need to release weapons more steadily, and maybe even vault some of them. I don't know, just an idea. And then have like big game contents, like what WoW does, like Dragonflight. That's a huge thing. Have that. Maybe make people pay for it, monetize it. It could rise in quality if you start monetizing your content.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why WoW is so successful, and like Final Fantasy, like you have to buy all those fucking. It's expensive. I fucking hate it, and I luckily, I haven't had to pay for it yet. I think I will eventually, but man, fucking $50 for Dragonfly. That's crazy.
You know what I'm kind of salty about is that for the holiday season, they just made it to where it's like if you buy Dragonfly, you get 30 days of game time for free.
Damn.
So it's like, yeah, you want to buy it or gift it to somebody.
It's definitely not free. WoW is definitely not a cheap game. I'll say that. It's like if you like, you need to have money.
But you also too, you pay, so you get what you pay for. I feel like when it comes to WoW,
sure.
Like I don't feel like you get skimped out on a lot of things, you know. And so, yeah, I definitely, it is expensive, yes, but it's like you definitely get what you pay for. Like WoW, like it will give you your $15 a month for sure. Like as long as you play the game.
Yeah, over time, like people that have been playing for like 10 straight years. Just do the math. That's like that's a lot of money on top of everything else.
Yeah, it's probably close to what I've paid in Valorant skins. So
yeah,
It's very close to that.
But then again, like I think about Valorant, it's a free to play game. I've spent over $1,000 in less than 10 years. So, you know, I don't know where to really put my value in. I feel like I'm just, yeah, I become delusional when it comes to spending money online.
Yeah, it's different when it becomes a full transaction compared to a subscription.
Yeah,
it's like,
ugh. It's like
like, oh man, like I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go get Netflix real fast. Go ahead and get Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah, but I think that'll be the future transaction. It's always going to be some sort of timely, you know, subscription stuff. Yeah, whether it's money or whatever.
I'm kind of salty that I have to subscribe for Adobe, like Studio, like Photoshop and all that stuff.
I should have given you my student discount.
I did the Cyber Monday deal, and it's like $40, and I get everything.
Oh, okay.
$4 a month, and I get everything.
I could probably still give you my student discount,
but I have to like keep it for a year, I think.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like,
so many subscriptions.
Yep. Ooh. I guess last thing before we end up going. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
made it sound like I was going to end it right there. No, I was going to talk about WoW some more, but I was like, I could just say that off stream. I was just going to say that tomorrow is the Christmas update.
Yeah.
So don't forget to get your Christmas presents from Santa Claus and Ironforge. Yeah, you have anything else to talk about?
I have one last thing. So
okay.
This kind of came out of nowhere, but Hades 2 is coming out 2023, I think. Not this year, that's for sure. Somewhere in 2023. I'm very excited for Hades 2 because I was a big fan of Hades 1. I played that for a while before there was nothing else to play. That's kind of how roguelike games go. So if you guys don't know, Hades 1, it sets in place. I don't know where you start from. You're kind of just like climbing out of, I don't know what it is. It's like purgatory, or it's like hell. And you play as this character called Zagreus. And so you are the son of Hades.
Oh.
And the whole premise of the game is it's a roguelike game. So every time you die, you come back, you restart. You get to unlock different weapons. So that adds a little bit of a freshness to it. There's things you can unlock to make each run's experience different or better. And then you keep climbing, you do different bosses. It's a format like very well known to roguelike. You fight the underlings and then defeat the boss, go to the next level. And then you go until you fight your dad, essentially. And that's the end of the game. That's like just cut and dry of Hades 1. And I really enjoyed it. And now they're releasing Hades 2.
Okay.
And now they're doing, instead of the son of Hades, now they're doing the daughter of Hades. Supposedly a daughter of Hades and Zeus. Like, I don't really know. It's like a whole mythology. And they're gonna introduce Kronos, which is the god of time. I don't really know how he's gonna play within the story, but yeah, it's like I think you're rescuing Hades because he's been captured or something. And the daughter of Hades is like a witch. It's like an immortal witch. So I'm pretty excited. And this game is made by Supergiant Games, and they're known to always release one game and then move on to the next game. So it was a big surprise because they don't usually do sequels. And it it literally came out of nowhere. So everyone was like super hyped for it. So I guess keep a lookout on that. If you liked Hades, I recommend you try it. It is a roguelike, so there's an element of frustration. Like if you like games that have like you enjoy like progression and not losing that progression, then it's probably not the game for you. Because
when you die, do you just start over, or
you start from the very beginning? So
when you die, start from the very beginning.
Yeah, so that's roguelike. Every roguelike game, you start from one point, you get as far as you can, you die, and you start over again. But what's nice about Hades is like every time you beat a certain boss, you unlock different weapons. So that's nice. You can unlock different perks. So I guess there is a level of progression, and the story is pretty good. The story's not bad.
Okay.
So look out for it. I think it'll go for, I don't know, like $40, $30 US. I don't think it's not going to be $60. That's for sure. Because I know at the height of Hades, it went up to like 40 USD. And now I think it sits around like 30, 20. It could be on sale now. But
it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I think it's still on Game Pass. I remember it got added. I was going to play it, but I never played it.
It's a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'll probably play it when it comes out. Yeah, that was my big news.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, should we wrap it up?
I mean, yeah, unless you have anything else to say.
Nope. Unless you got anything as well.
No, I don't have anything. That was it. That was it for me. Everybody, thank you so much for watching.
Your glasses.
Sorry. Yeah. No, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, if you are a new watcher on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that way you can hear and see whenever we go live with a new video. Also, too, don't forget in the comment section, leave a comment of what you liked about the show, or if you didn't like anything about the show. Remember, good criticism and bad criticism is okay, but if you're going to be rude, then that's another thing.
Yeah.
So definitely leave us some constructive criticism, what we can improve on, what you like, what you don't like, things like that. If you're listening on Spotify or Google Podcasts, make sure to leave a good review. Also, to follow us there, so that way you can always know whenever the next one goes live, and that is when Cross.
Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Whoa, you guys put me on the spot right there. Yeah, I was spacing out. But yeah, well, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, it'll be up there. If you don't know, if you're not on Instagram time, just search it up. 3 p.m. Eastern, it'll show.
Also, make sure to show love when it comes to the YouTube videos and things like that, and everything else, because Cross is the one that goes through and takes the time to edit and do everything like that. And all I do is the thumbnails and the title. So make sure to show Cross love in the comments, because he does a lot of hard work. So
show love for the thumbnail. Like last thumbnail was so good, dude. That's a $40 thumbnail right there.
Yeah, you like the hats? The hats was pretty nice. nice little touch.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Peace.